What is up, all football fans and especially Barcelona fans? I'm back again with another episode of Barca Weekly. Finally, this was gonna come up way earlier, but some things come up personally for me that came in the way for that. But now, finally, it is Wednesday, a couple of days removed now from the big weekend where we sealed it all and got the job done and got the title in our hands. There's plenty to talk about. As we saw in our clip before, a lot of celebrations happened during Sunday night and Monday. It was plenty of great stuff, but there's plenty of good things to talk about. I'll say it's more good than bad, really. Especially for Barcelona fans. Some good news possibly surrounding ALEMANI as well, and also some more extra stuff about some of the transfers and stuff like that. And of course, I'll talk a little bit about some other leagues too, and Champions League stuff, possibly as well. So there is. Let's just get to address the whole. Just get to it at once. Barcelona are league champions. We have done it officially. Now we are league champions. We beat Espanyol with 4-2 on Sunday night, and we got the job done. They are for sure getting sent to the Segunda, which I couldn't be more happier about, really, because of obvious reasons, but I'm not gonna get into that. It's amazing. It's really incredible what Xavi has done this season in terms of the league and how he's brought the team up versus how we were in the last year. Even then, when he came in, took over after Coleman in like the middle of the first half of the season. He came in the fall, like 2021. He came in and he changed something around. He changed the mentality already. Then he brought the team back to being competitive again and being good, and he brought us to from like almost risking ending up mid-table to going up in the top 4 and top 3 and getting a Champions League spot. And that was mostly also because of some of the great decisions he did, and also that was also due to some of the decisions he did in January as well with the transfers there, with Aubameyang and all that, all the other things. He brought in the spirit again to the team and brought us back in competition in a good way. Brought some morale back. We know what happened then after in the Champions League this season, the Europa League, but that's beside the point. We'll get back to that during the summer and during next season. That's when we're gonna focus more on Europe. We'll take a step up towards that, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But as it looks right now, after that season, he came in the summer last season, or last summer, I mean, rather, he took charge and brought in the players he needed, that he felt was good and right for his project. Brought in Lewandowski, brought in Rafinha, heck, even people like Marcos Alonso. I have to say, like, even though he hasn't been the best, he has done something at least. But then, of course, we have the big, like, really strong ones in the back, like Jules Koundé and Andreas Christensen, who has been, in my opinion, our best signing summer, 100%, besides Lewandowski then. But in the back, definitely, it's been absolutely incredible how he's fitted into the team, and that's mostly also due to how Xavi has made everything work so well with the lineup, with the tactics. And yes, throughout the season there has been some bad stuff, but without his re-attack, like, we wouldn't be campeones right now, right? It wouldn't be the same thing. He definitely knew how to bring out the best out of someone like Christensen, and it's really amazing to see that he has been able to fit into the team as well as he has. I knew he wouldn't be bad. I knew he would do decently because I know he's a good center back, but I didn't think he would be this good. He's definitely surprised us all, and it's been really wonderful to see someone like him fit in there. Hopefully, that'll keep going into next season as well. And Chavez also brought out the best of some of the other youngsters too. Even more extra now from Gavi, from Pedri, and even also a lot, especially compared from last season and how he was last summer. Xavi has brought up Frankie de Jong in such a good way again, brought the spirit to Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong is looking so much more rejuvenated, kind of, really. You know what situation it was in last summer, and I'm not going to go in that even more, but all the rumors about him being sold and all that stuff. But now, especially in the second half of the season, he has been absolutely incredible in that midfield, and he's been doing so good. And there's plenty of good stuff to talk about now with him, and especially going into second half of the season. No, I mean next season, where he will definitely be taking up even more of a leadership role in that midfield. Possibly, though, depending on who's coming in, maybe if Gundogan also comes in, he can also do. But he's been there, so I think he will have a more fair role like that than Gundogan will at first, at least. But yeah, Frankie de Jong has been absolutely incredible, and that's mostly also due to Xavi and how he's set the team up and done everything so well in those areas. And also in the back, Balde. He's brought up Balde. Balde has been an absolute star this season in the back. How much this kid has really lifted himself up. He's our golden boy. He deserves to win the same award that Pedri and Gavi won. He needs to get it as well, because he definitely has proven himself so good this season with a lot of assists and dribbles and other things like that. Absolutely insane how good he's been. We know he had talent, but it's definitely surprising how much of that talent he's really been able to show. It's absolutely incredible. So Balde definitely something good for next season as well. Super exciting. And yeah, those are some of the younger prospects of this season. We see the team has gonna have some more youth to it, and some good youth as well. And Pedri, I'm even leaving out Pedri. Pedri, how incredible! There's nothing more even to say. Pedri has been outstanding, and how much we suffered without him. We saw that, right? A month or two ago, when that little spell, those 4 or 5 weeks there, it was tough. It was tough without him. But now, like we see how much of an impact he really has on the team, on that midfield. Him and Frankie both, and the Gavi too, and all that. It's absolutely incredible how they really lift this team up, and that's so much and so much due to Xavi. How Xavi has really formed the team and brought the spirit back up. And it's incredible that he can, in his first full season now, that he can win a league title. It's so well deserved for him. That he can join the likes of so many of the other great legendary coaches that have been in this club. It's great. It's great. He deserves that well, and winning 2 titles in this season is not bad. Definitely not bad. The Super Cup, which was a dominant win, and also the league, which is a dominant win. It's very good. And it's harder to win these leagues than the Champions Leagues and stuff like that. We have been consistent. Yeah, some of the results have been like 1-0 results or so, but it's been still consistent. You've seen the team spirit work much more. We have fought until the very end. We're gone there. The players haven't just given up, like we've seen many times in the last few seasons. They have really fought for this, and many of these younger players as well, they deserve. This is the first time they are winning a La Liga title, and that's just incredible for them, and it's deserving, and are so well awarded to them, because they have been a part of this, and they have been a part of a squad that's been definitely also played by injuries throughout the season. 100%. It's been an issue, but some of these players are always have definitely stepped up during these times. Even some that were just signed last summer, like Rafinha, during the times where Levy wasn't in the best form, Dembele was injured for a couple months back. He stepped up. He scored plenty of those goals in those, and was a big part of those many of those 1-0 victories too, and other things like that. So I think definitely he deserves another season at the club. He has earned himself that. He's done really good. Xavi took a bet on him. He saw his potential and he brought him in from Leeds. And he has definitely proven himself ever since that first goal last summer against Real Madrid preseason until now. He has definitely stepped up and become a big part of the club. And hopefully that can keep going into next season as well. But yeah, a dominant victory. I don't have to say anything more about the Espanyol game. A good dominant victory, really. We were all over them in the first half. Just they couldn't even breathe. And of course, then in the second half, we let off a little bit because we knew we had it in the bag, and we lost focus a little bit and conceded two dumb goals towards the end. But doesn't really matter because we got the job done. We got the victory. We are league champions, and it's absolutely wonderful to say that again after 4 years, 4 long years since last time. It's just crazy and how different the squad looks since that time as well, right? Back then, during that league win, the players in the squad like Prince Boateng, Arturo Vidal, Luis Suarez, Arthur, Malcolm, like players like that, and now we see it how it look now. Now we have Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri, Frankie. It's a whole kind of different thing. It's just a few players that are left that were back then that were in this squad now, which were like, yeah, of course PK, but before he retired mid-season, and Jordi Alba, um, Busquets, and a couple others, and Roberto, and so on. But and Ter Stegen, of course. But it's which, by the way, him himself, I didn't even talk about him. Ter Stegen has been an absolute beast this season. With the saves that he's been doing, it's absolutely incredible, and I hope he beats that overall record. I'm sad he couldn't do it against Espanyol, but there's a few games left, so hopefully he can get that done. And he already beat the club record already, which is so well deserved. He's a top goalkeeper and so well deserved, and hopefully he can be one of the captains next season. Already known that one of the captains that will be a captain next season, that one of the players is Araujo, which also deserves it so much. Araujo has so much grown into an incredible leader in the back and such a spirit, and he's been doing so much great, and it's wonderful. It's absolutely incredible to see someone like him. It's so good and so nice to know that we have such good players in the back like him that can lead a solid defense. Because it's been many years now when we haven't had that with players in the back like Clement Longley and Leish Vidal, but a few way back, but also, and who else were there? I don't remember, but some of those players, that were, you know, that were just not doing it anymore. MTT for a while off as well. Just those players like them that will be hopefully be sent on fully this summer as well. Hopefully, there are both those two players, especially, are both on loan. But hopefully, it looks like possibly Tottenham will be buying fully purchasing Longley. Hopefully, and then we'll see with Umtiti what happens there. But yeah, that's pretty much all of it from the season. It's been an incredible league season. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Especially, only reason it's not 10 out of 10 is because there was some small moments during the season where there were some troubles and stuff like that. But overall, such a solid league season. I'm very much happy with it and what Xavi has done in this team. I couldn't be more happier and more proud of this team and the players. And it's just great. really, really great. So congratulations to everyone involved and to all Barcelona fans. We can finally celebrate this, and hopefully this is the start of something more to come, something big and something good. So yeah. But now then, it's looking like there's, before I go into some of the other things quickly before I wrap it up. Um, it looks possibly like that there is some bad news though, some kind of sad news going into the summer regarding one certain player, and it's been officially confirmed like a week or two ago that Sergio Busquets, this will be his final season at the club. He will be retiring at the end of the season. After these final games, that he'll be playing them, and then that's it for him. He will be hanging up his boots, and uh, it is sad. It is sad because Busquets has been an integral part of that midfield for so long, and he's been absolutely incredible. Yes, there have been some times where he's been out of form and been here and there, but overall, he's made such an incredible impact on that midfield, and he's been one of the captains, and he's been doing so well there, and so many great performances over the year from him. Just remember that he was the one that took Yaya Touré's place, pretty much. We pushed Yaya Touré out of a place in the midfield starting position. That's how good he was. Yaya Touré, you know that Yaya Touré was such a big midfielder, and he took his place. Pep saw more in him and gave him a chance, and he repaid that so well over the last how many years it's been, like maybe 14 to 15 years or something. I don't know how much. It's been absolutely incredible to see a player like him in our midfield, and how much he has done in that midfield, and every time he's come clutch with some goals as well. I remember back in that 2015 season when he scored a goal in the last seconds, which helped us out so much. It was like a dire thing. I think it was during that season, or maybe it was the season after. But he did that, and he has also done so many great passes all years, and stabilized the midfield and everything. And I want to say thank you, Busi. Thank you for everything that you have done for the club. You have been an absolute example there, and we'll definitely miss you a lot. We will, and it's gonna be tough replacing someone like him. So, thank you, Busquets, and good luck on your next, on your next phase there now. And hopefully, we'll see him back at the club in some shape or form eventually, working at the club in some way. So, yeah. So that's mostly for those things for the season. Going into now to the summer and what's gonna happen, before I finish off with some of the other things that happen in other leagues. There's some good news. It's looking more and more likely now that Messi will be arriving. There's been even more contact now. They have given Messi the offer, and he's looking very good for it. He really wants to come back. The club in La Liga are kind of in agreement on how it all looks and what they have to do to get him back. So it's looking very, very good. On the other front, Gundogan hasn't said much about what is it, but it's looking very strongly. His family wants to be as well, so it looks like he's gonna wait until the end of the season after the Champions League stuff and all the Premier League stuff to really decide anything. But that also looks like to be a finished, at least mostly finished, or certain at least, thing that's gonna happen. Also, another news is Victor Roque. The club wants to have him. Xavi wants to go, so they will be going for Victor Roque, which is very, very good. I'm very happy about that. They will be certainly going for him. Xavi wants him. There was some doubt on whether they will or not do it, but they will certainly go for him, and hopefully they can get him over the line. And that's, yeah, other than that, in transfer for now, there's not much. I'll be back with another video later talking more about that, but I don't want this to go on too long. Before going to the other results, let's talk about some of the things that's happened now surrounding some of the things behind the scenes in the club. Jordi Cruyff is definitely leaving on June 30th. He will be leaving. He has decided to step away from the club, and it looks now in a very twist of fate. Just announced just a couple minutes ago. It's really crazy that it looked like Matteo Alemani will also go. He will be going in June 30th too. But as it seems now, and that Deco would replace him, but as it seems now, Deco will be coming in. He will still be coming in, but he will be replacing Jordi Cruyff instead, and not Alemani. And Alemani looks like he will be staying, actually. It looks like he possibly changed his mind, and he will be staying at the club and helping the club more. And that is just such incredible news. That is absolutely incredible and wonderful news, because he has been such a big part of bringing in some of these players in for us. That this impactful players, especially last summer, like Lewandowski, and Christensen and all that stuff. It's been an integral part of building the squad, and hopefully this summer, especially when we definitely need to strengthen the squad top notch to go and then fight for the European titles next season, which that will be looks like that was going to be our main goal going forward. We're trying to build a squad that can have depth and that can compete in Europe and also stay good for leagues and all that. So hopefully that is true, and hopefully it looks like that it is, and I couldn't be more happy about that. Definitely a good sign for things to come. Another piece of good news for us. They just keep falling in, aren't they? But that's really good. That's really good. Super happy about it. So now, before I wrap up this episode, I just want to talk about some of the other results on other places. Not much to talk about, but it looks in the Premier League, it looks like City has definitely wrapped up the league there. They will be champions. I don't think they will be losing these last two games. It will take a lot to lose these last couple of games. That's not going to happen. And especially got cemented now because of Arsenal's loss to Brighton in the weekend. They lost 3-0 to Brighton, and that really pretty much sealed the deal, and they pretty much gave City the the league title with that loss there. And it doesn't seem like they will be able to catch up. Mathematically, still yes, it's possible, but it seems it's gonna take a lot, very much a lot for that to happen. So it looks like City will be league champions. We'll see how they do in the Champions League. They're playing tonight, the second leg against Real Madrid. It's 1-1 from the first leg. And yesterday we had the second leg for the Inter Milan tie, and that went again to Inter with a 1-0 win. Goal from Lautaro Martinez, I believe. They got that win again. Milan did not look good. They looked out of shape, and it went for like pretty much most people thought it was gonna go. And congrats to Inter for reaching another final in first one in how long? A very long time, since 2010, right? So it's like 13 years ago the last time. So congratulations to them. And we'll see tonight who will they be facing, either Real Madrid or City. So it's gonna be very interesting and very fun to see. But yeah, that's gonna pretty much do it. That's some of the things here. I don't want this to go on too much more longer. I'll be making another video later this week, in the weekend, possibly. Speaking of more things, but that's gonna do it for this one. I'm sorry there was no one. If there was or not, I don't know if they uploaded or not the last episode. So I'm sorry if you didn't get it, but not too much happened anyway. So this time there was more to talk about than last time. So this one is I'm gonna make sure definitely gets uploaded. Yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and if you did like this content, leave a like down below, and also subscribe if you're not done already, and ring the notification button to get notified next time I upload. And yeah, Barcelona champions, a lot to celebrate, hopefully more to come. So yeah, Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Visca Barça.